Welcome back to Nightside on KXLY4 News. It was another Apple Cup. It was supposed to be different this year, Alyssa. It wasn't different in the end. The weather was, but everything else, it's the Huskies all the time right now.
Yeah, the weather throughout the day was kind of crazy, and by the end of it, it was pouring snow, big snowflakes, and it ended with Huskies doing snow angels on the field at the end of the game for the third straight year, a chance to play for that Pac-12 North title and a chance to go to the championship. They fall short again. It just seems like they have had a really hard time figuring out Chris Peterson, what he does.
Well, and we knew that the Husky running game in this snow was going to be a tough test. That certainly proved to be the case. It was a difference in today's game.
The Cougars taking the field tonight as a rare favorite in the Apple Cup, but it was the Huskies that looked like the old Huskies. Miles Gaskin punches one in from the doorstep. The Dogs would take the early lead, and Gaskin not close to done. In the second quarter, he's going to get the ball in the snow, in the fog, in the cold. He punches it in from 5 yards out. 14-0 Huskies. We're only in the second quarter, but the Cougs get some momentum before half. James Williams from 11 yards out. He takes it in. Cougs trail by just 7 at the break with momentum, but the third quarter would be much different. The Dogs, even in the snow, break out the trickeration. The double pass, Aaron Fuller to Hunter Bryant, 22 yards. It's 20-9 Huskies. Third quarter, Cougs start chipping away. It's Williams again cutting the lead to just 5 points. Fumble on the play, but the ball was ruled a touchdown. But the big play of the game. This is into fourth quarter. Miles Gaskin breaks loose. Nothing but snow in front of him. No Cougar would catch him. 80 yards on this play. He had 174 yards and 3 scores. Huskies up big at that point, and their defense does the rest. They slam the door. Nothing the air raid offense could do in this tough weather tonight. The Huskies walk away with another Apple Cup victory.
Story in the game, Miles Gaskin for the second straight year. He was the reason why the Washington Huskies raised that cup again, this time at Barton Stadium. Mike Leach won the first year in his coaching career against the Huskies. The Huskies have beaten Mike Leach every year since. In the last few years, Alyssa, it's meant a lot more.
It has meant a lot more. We talked about the beginning of the 21st century. It was a lot of rough years for both teams. This year might feel even more painful for Cougar fans. They still kind of went into this with a little bit of, anticipation, a little bit of caution, but this team was 10-1. They were doing things that no other Cougar team had done in a long, long time, with chance of a college football playoff in addition to a Pac-12 championship bid, and falling short hurts a little bit more.
Tough to lose to your rivals any year. Tough to lose to your rivals multiple years. The seniors and the Cougars have never beaten the Huskies, and once again, the Huskies eliminate the Cougars from the Pac-12 championship game.
Very frustrating. It's 4 years in a row that we had the chance to go to the Pac-12 championship, and they stopped us. They've always been in our way, and same outcome this year. Couldn't change it.
As a team, try not to think about that stuff, going into a game, because it just adds more pressure to the way you want to play. I mean, I don't have any opinion of my own. I mean, it'd be nice to beat them sometime.
Since I've been here, we lost to them every year, and we've been one game short, and they've been in our way every single time, and it's been a speed bump. So I guess now we just got to focus on the bowl game and try to win that.
They're going to focus on that bowl game, which no matter where they go, it's going to be better weather than what we had here. We wondered what the weather was going to do in this game. In anybody's wildest dreams, did you think it would be a white Christmas kind of game out here tonight? It definitely paid some kind of influence on this game, whether the Cougs would use that as an excuse or not.
Absolutely. Post-game, we kind of asked them that question to see how much of a factor it was. We kind of saw a little interesting thing on Twitter afterward. Washington's defensive coordinator talking about how there has been no change in the game plan from Mike Leach, and he kind of said that even with the weather, there wasn't much of a change. But the players, some of them admitted, it's not easy to play in the snow.
We try and pride ourselves on being able to do what we do in those conditions. So yeah, it was a little bit of a frustrating game. Like you said, snow. It's hard to play. It's hard to keep your footing, and yeah, I think it was definitely a factor.
I mean, as a defense, it's really not that. Doesn't impact us that much. They were playing on it too. They had to make the same cuts that we had to make, and I don't really think the snow helped them get faster or help them catch a ball. So at the end of the day, they just made plays when we didn't.
If you're just sitting at home watching, you want to see a football game in the snow, and you got exactly what you wanted today. If you want to see how the air raid offense is going to go against that Husky defense, you don't want to see a game like this. And it definitely got grounded for like the 6th straight year against that defense.
Absolutely. James Williams really the only one to step up on offense and score some points for the Cougs. And you see the adjustments. We talked about the adjustments. Chris Peterson said after the game that he basically had to throw out his whole playbook, half of his offensive playbook, but he has Myles Gaskin to run the ball to the end zone. 3 touchdowns for the running back. He's just a fiery factor in this game.
Another disappointing loss for the Cougars, another victory for the Huskies. They head back to the Pac-12 championship game. The Cougars will find out what bowl game they're going to go to. Still a solid season for the Cougs. We'll see if they can finish it out with win number 11. With Alyssa Charleston, I'm Keith Oso live in Pullman. Aaron, we can't wait to see how long this drive home is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be rough, guys. Take it easy. Go slow. Be safe out there. Thanks for all your hard work to cover.